Now, typically, the Bitcoin miners move 6x the price of Bitcoin. However, so far this year and the latter part of last year, the miners have lagged Bitcoin for one reason and only one reason. We just had the halving event take place on April 20th, and that's where the rewards have that the miners have earned are getting cut in half, which means that they need to spend more on mining machines if they want to maintain at least the same output uh, pre-halving. Now, Fred Thiel, he's the chairman and CEO of Marathon Digital, and he had the following to say. He said, given the amount of capacity we have available following our recent acquisition and the amount of hash rate we have access to through current machines, orders, and options, we now believe it is possible for us to double the scale of Marathon's mining operations this year and achieve 50 exahash by the end of the year. Now, with that said, let's look into the charts. And this is the monthly chart. And you can say the absolute floor, we'll say, is at $4. And I do have some levels of interest, one at 20, one at 30, which was recent resistance, 40, or rather 48-ish. And I do have a monthly sellers level at $95, which is going to be my target for this bull cycle. Again, I'm not trying to be greedy. Now, going down to the weekly chart, we had this sensational weekly buy level at $8 that was formed back in April of last year. We had a rallying price, 3 basing candle, and then a rally out. Price pulls back, not once, but twice. And this time it pulled back, penetrating the zone 100%, which tells me that there are potentially no more unfilled buy orders. Now, on the way up to $30, we have a gap higher, right? So there is definitely buyers, and so this $14 level becomes a level of interest, and price came back not once but twice, and price finds itself now at $19.43. Going down to the daily chart, and we see this nice trend line break that occurred on April 19th. Price came into this level of interest at $14, and now price finds itself near that $20 level. Again, 22 is the first target, 32 is the second target. Now, since the Bitcoin halving occurred, Bitcoin price has been lackluster, but I think the fireworks are just beginning. And yes, we can definitely hit easily 100K before the end of the year, potentially even 150, as some are projecting. So this past week, Marathon shares were moving higher as the Bitcoin miner announced an increase in its hash rate target. This is important, right? Bitcoin mining company began the year with approximately 25 exahash per second and have been targeting growth of approximately 46% by year's end. Marathon said it's raising its new target based on current machine orders and available capacity following recent acquisitions. Marathon noted that it will provide further information on its new hash rate target when it reports earnings on May 9th. Analysts expect the company to report earnings of 22 cents per share on revenue of 181 million. All right, so let's see what happened in the last earnings to get a clue of what's going to happen this earnings. And we had a drop in price, and that was in February. So what happened in the last earnings prior to that? Price was muted. So we'll see. Typically, earnings is a catalyst for price. And depending on whether we stay stagnant or move higher, it's going to give us clues as to what price is going to do come earnings. But be sure I will report my findings after May 9th. Thanks for watching. Subscribe. Please like the video.